Today we're going to do the crankshaft bearings, which are these two here. They should really be bronze, but as I've said in previous videos, this model is really for display. It'll only be run, once or twice on air, so they'll be hard enough for that. This is what we're going to make them out of. A couple of small bits of brass from the scrap bin. Initially I set up the rotary table to do this. Cut here, and then realised I wanted to do some milling first to tidy them up, but I'd already taken the vise off and put the rotary table on, so now I've put a little vise on the rotary table so I can get these sort of just machined down to somewhere near size, which is what we're going to do first. So over to the mill. Right, there's quite a lot going on in this video. In particular, there's some rotary table work at the end for such a small piece, or such small pieces. There's quite a lot going on there. There's turning, there's milling, there's work on the rotary table, there's precision drilling. So stick around right to the end, because there's quite a bit to see in this one. Goes on a little bit longer than normal, but it'll be worth it. I'm just tidying this piece up, getting it all to not quite dimension. I'm going to leave it slightly oversized, but more or less 2 dimensions, so I can then mark it out. Right, this is where we're at. This is the top face that we've just blued up. What I'm going to do is find this centre of this hole, and then I'm going to drill that out undersize, and it should be 10mm reamed, but I'm going to drill it out undersize, and I'm going to use that as the datum for everything going forward on the lining up of this piece when I put it in the 4-jaw, and this piece when I use the rotary table to cut this piece. So that's our key point, getting that center hole correct. Actually, I don't know why I don't know why I blued that up, because I can actually find that center hole by putting it in the vise. Using the DRO is going to be more accurate than me trying to mark it with a scriber, I think. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Right, the tip is 4mm, so I'll just move the table back 2mm. That will put me center of the tool exactly on the edge. Right, perfect. Center of the tool is exactly center there and center there. Now I can now find the center of my hole. I can now find this center point of this hole. I'm going to ream that out, so that's to 5/16 because I've only got imperial reamers, strange as that may seem, but anyway, I'm going to ream it out to 5/16. Use some ground steel in the chuck to make sure it's centre all of the time. So I just got to find that measurement and then set that up. I'm going to go in with a 5mm first, then I'm going to go in with a 7.3, and then I'm going to ream it to 5/16. Right, I'm just going to turn the speed down for the reamer. Right, what I'm going to cut now is these outsides. I'm going to trim that down to make that 17mm so it fits in there. So I'm going to just square those off on both of them, and then I'm going to put them in the rotary table and turn this radius on there. To set it up now, I've put it back in the vise. I've put a pin in to the hole, and then I've used the edge finder on the edge of the pin to find the centre again. So now I can go out 8.5 either side, minus 4mm for the cutter, and trim them off. What I'm doing here is trying the base on, because I want to make these bearings actually fit the base, because there is a couple of thou difference between either side on the base. So I'm just trying the base on and getting each bearing to fit the slot it's intended for. Just going to skim a bit off the corner here on both sides to make it easier for when I cut the radius. Right, that just makes it a little bit easier for when I set it up on the rotary table. It's a little bit less just to trim off the corners. But that's how it's taking shape anyway at the moment. Right, it's been quite easy to set up in the vise. I put the pin in, And I've now got perfect position to our datum, which of course is the center hole. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put a little bit of put the tailstock into there, put the live center in. Bring the live center in. Just have a look at that as it comes in. Just a bit of gentle support, that's all I'm doing with that. I'm not putting any pressure on it, I'm just there just to stop it from moving anyway. I'm fairly tight on the chuck, so I'm pretty good to go. I reckon I'll be able to get that from there. So let's spin it up and have a look. Right, I've got to take 7mm off, leave 10mm in the middle, and away we go. Just going to turn the speed up a bit first. Another 3mm off there. Right, that's that one. Right, it's down to dimension on this side. What I've got to do now is put this in a collet, but what I'm going to do first is to turn the other one to the same stage as this one, then I can put them both in the collet. Otherwise I've got to take the chuck off, put the collet on, do this one, etc, etc. But anyway, I'll do the other one up to this stage. Just an alignment check, it hasn't moved at all. Spot on. Right, let's get that out the chuck and get the other one in. Right, that's the second one done. We'll get that out now, get the chuck off and get the collar in. Right, I've got it set up in the collet now, same procedure. Set the DRO on this end, 7mm off will leave us 10mm and a 14mm diameter on the end part. Perfect. Right, there we go. That's where we're at so far. All we've got to do now is put these two radiuses on there, drill some fixing holes and a couple of oiler holes, and that's it. It's going well so far, quite pleased with that. Yep, perfect. There's the setup. I've got this set up to the centre pin, to the centre of the table. So I'm going to change the cutter out now, put a smaller cutter in there. Well, put a cutter in there. It's not a cutter at the moment. Offset what I need to be, and then I'm going to do the round. Right, there you have it. Just got to trim the ends to suit now. Right, let's get the other one set up. We've got the second one in now, let's get that done. Right, that's the brasses done. Well, I say they're done, they've just got to be trimmed off to end, and I'm going to put this in the vise and skim the top so that they're both parallel. The holes are drilled undersize, so I'm going to ream those all the way through with this setup in the vise vertical. Put a couple of bolts in each one and the center oiler. So that's the brasses done for the time being. That's all folks, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. I would also appreciate it if you would click the subscribe button, because that will enable me to grow the channel so that I can keep making these videos. Please leave a comment or a question. I do read all of the comments and reply to as many as I can. Thanks for watching.